May the God Emperor on his golden throne protect you, my dear friends, but I am afraid he will not be able to protect you from out-of-print Warhammer 40K books. Hi everybody, and welcome to another video, and may the God Emperor protect you, my dear friends, wherever you go. However, I have to ask you to look at the screen. Oh, you might think, well, didn't you make a video like that already a couple of months ago? Yes, I did. But the situation is still the same, I'm so bummed about that I have to talk about it some more. Now, that which you can see on the screen, my dear friends, is the official website and, electronic shop of the Black Library, the publisher that publishes all the Warhammer and Warhammer 40K novels. And that which is my biggest gripe with the Black Library is that there is no physical medium book to be got on their official website. Now, I've chosen the subcategory of the Horror's Heresy because I'm just currently getting through the second novel of Horror's Heresy. Actually, I think that I'll be finishing it tonight. It's called The False Gods, and it was written by Graham McNeil. Now, I shall make a review of that book when I finish it. Now, I'm looking forward to that. It's my favorite kind of video to make, actually, actual reviews of books that I've read, and films that I've seen. But it is very hard to get physical copies of, any book by Black Library that came out more than a year ago, actually. If occasionally they do re-release those books in omnibus editions, but then those omnibus editions sell out and they are out of stock and out of print again. Now, if you've been following European lore for at least 2 months, you know that I've just recently got into Warhammer 40k. I'm a noob, despite being a science fiction and fantasy aficionado my entire life, despite focusing on the works of Professor Tolkien at university, despite having published multiple works of art, texts and books on the matter, and also my own creations, poetry collections based on all European myths and legends, and being inspired by many fantasy authors of the 20th century. It's just recently that I started to get into the grim dark universe of the Warhammer 40k and 30k, really, when we are talking about the Horror's Heresy. And so I am ferociously consuming everything that I can. I am reading the books, reading the novels, reading Lexicanum that is very well made, very well kept, and very well run by the people who are running it. But I'm also a lover of books in general, paper books that I can read and flip through, hold in my hands, and then once I'm finished, put them on my shelves and look at them. Bask in the glory of literature. Smell the smell of both books, new and old. And that is why this is something that hurts my heart and hurts my soul to see that, because if you look here, those red icons are available books, and the grey icons are unavailable books. So if you can see, you can get all of them on Kindle or in PDF. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them you can get in audiobook format, but none of them you can get in a printed on paper format. And that applies to everything. If you look at Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Crime, Horror's Heresy, Warhammer Horror, you can get audio. You can get some of them on retailers' websites. Some of them I just recently ordered about 5 Horror's Heresy books that I was very lucky and very fortunate to find at a Czech retailer, because I'm from the Czech Republic. Some of them were available at my local board game shop, but I've bought all that they had. And so I have a couple of the Horus Heresy books. I've got some of the omnibuy that are from Warhammer 40K, but it's labor, really. It's a hard work. If you want to get into Warhammer, and if you want to collect like paper books, and if you weren't there from the beginning, from the get-go, it's a hard job, man. And people are complaining when they are getting into comic books, like, where can I start? And can I get these issues and these paperbacks? Well, usually the big publishers like Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, IDW, Image, so on and so forth, they keep their, like, I wanted to say their best comics, but most of their comics in print, and they are reprinting them and re-releasing them in omnibus editions, in paperbacks, in those so-called epic collections as far as Marvel goes. And so, I mean, from time to time, you can get, like, anything, really. It's enough for you just to wait. If you can't get something, you will get it at some point of time, because you can be goddamn sure that they will re-release it. But this, I mean, I know that eventually I will have to download some of these or buy them electronically. I've just, got the Space Wolf Omnibus by William King electronically in PDF because it's just absolutely sold out. Now, there is another alternative for me as far as Warhammer 40K goes. Now, I'm from the Czech Republic, and it's it's surprising to see that a lot of Warhammer 40K books that are out of print and out of stock everywhere in English are readily available in their Czech translations. I can go to my local bookshop because I've got like several of them in my vicinity. I mean, if you go by car, you can get like it within 20 minutes. You can reach like 10 bookshops, and in all of them, I can find some Warhammer 40k books that are out of print in English. It's mental, but there's the thing. I just don't like translated books. If I know the language that the books were written in, I don't want to read the translations because I know that something will always get lost in translation, and that there are idioms, idiomatic expressions that are untranslatable, not translatable from one language to another. And sometimes you have to like think very hard for a long time if you want to translate something. So do I sacrifice the style or do I sacrifice the meaning? Or how do I get around it? How do I translate it if I can't translate it literally, word by word? Because only very, very, very few things can be translated word by word. If you know something about another language, not just your mother tongue, you know what I'm talking about. And so it is, I think, a constant struggle of every Warhammer 40k fan to know that if you want some book, you have to get it when it comes out, like immediately. I know that what's on the way to me right now is the Ravenor first volume, the 20th anniversary edition that just came out. And I'm looking forward to it. But the rest, what am I going to do? It's out of stock. It's readily available in Czech again. Well, so what can I do? I will get what I can get. I'll read what I can read, and the rest, I suppose I'll have to get on electronic format. All right, let me know in the comments down below what you think, my dear Warhammer 40k fans, and that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.